the Golden Triangle's Big Station Magic 102.5. It is Eric T in the building. I've got a special guest in the studio with me. I saw this young lady and this other young lady on Facebook with our mayor of the city. And I was like, man, I got to reach out to them because they're doing some big things in here. And I'm going to tell you all about what they are doing. So let me introduce Penny Mitchell and her daughter, Kinsley Jade. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Hey, well, Kinsley, what's up?
I got nothing to say today. That's fine.
She said, you see it in my writing. So you guys are authors from right here in Beaumont. First of all, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
So Penny, now you're also a veteran.
I am.
From the military. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. I was in the Navy.
And so we got to talk about it. You have a new book. Tell us the name of the book. And you got to tell us a little bit about the book too.
Okay. So the name of the book is Kenzo Lorenzo Defeats the Dark Cloud. In the book, there's a little girl named Kenzo Lorenzo. She has this cloud that's been hovering over her. So she's trying to get rid of this thing. She's doing anything she can do. She is trying to stuff it under the bed. She's trying to put it in her hoodie. She's trying to make jokes, so everyone's not looking at her. Just anything to take the attention off the cloud. Well, the cloud, of course, is representative of the problem she's going through at the time. Yeah. So her mom is like, Kenzo, I noticed this cloud falling around you. You want to talk about it? Of course, she's surprised because how can mama tell that I got a cloud? So anyway, her mom talk a little bit and she reveals that she has this bully. So her mom just remind her that, people are always going to have something to say. They might not like things about you, but you like these things.
Right.
So why are we allowing that bully to change how we feel about ourselves? So she just goes on a journey with her mom to face this bully. And at the end of it, her mom's just telling her kind of be, maybe the bully has a cloud of his own. And it is revealed at the end of the book, not to do a spoiler alert, but the bully does have a cloud. So she's taught to meet that bully with kindness, which of course is a setup for my next book.
I love it.
And we will explore why the bully has that cloud to begin with.
So you came up with the title, Kenzo Lorenzo Defeats the Dark Cloud. Obviously, Kenzo has something to do with Kinsley.
Correct.
Okay. So how did the whole concept of the book come about?
Interesting enough, my character in my mind was formed well before my baby was born.
Okay.
Just because of representation. I wanted what I imagined my child to look like, to be able to look in a book and see herself.
Gotcha.
So before Kinsley was ever born, I had the idea in my head that I'm going to write this book. I started my mental health journey while I was still in the service. I was stationed overseas in Yokosuka, Japan. And there's this culture of we're just a family. You're that far away from home. You're bonding. But mental health is big in the military. There's a lot of people suffering from it.
Yeah.
And everybody seemed to gravitate towards me for whatever reason.
Okay.
So I took on the role, Yeah. But I didn't feel equipped. I didn't feel quite able to,
Gotcha.
And again, when you are talking about mental health, you are making an impression on someone. So I felt that it was important for me to make the right impression. I don't want to just spit words. I need to know what I'm talking about.
Right.
So I started doing research. I came home and started attending Lamar University, and I was taking a class at the time. It was a children's book class, and it breaks down the different parts of a children's book, what makes a good children's book, just everything about it. And I kind of fell in love at that point because something I noticed is a lot of the traumas we have as adults, it started as a child.
Right.
And we don't talk about it. It goes... Just sweep it under the rug.
Especially in the Black community.
Especially in the Black community. Yeah. So that's where it came about in the book, where she's trying to hide it, because that's what we're taught to do.
Right.
Stop talking about the same thing over and over. You're crazy. I hate the C word. The C word. Yeah. I hate that word.
Yes,
so that's why in the book she's trying to suppress it, because we're naturally taught that, not only in the Black community, but men as well. That's something else we push a lot, is mental health in men, because you're taught that you cannot.
Right.
You can't have a cloud, so get rid of it. But we're just trying to promote the healthy way to get rid of it.
I'm going to go ahead and claim it. She's about to be a world-renowned author. Y'all get ready for it.
I heard it here first, right?
There you go. So
it's going to happen.
So do you feel like the military kind of helped you get to that point?
Absolutely. I tried to run from it. I didn't want the responsibility. That's a big responsibility. Yeah. And I didn't want it. So I tried to run from it. But again, everyone gravitated towards me, and I felt that I was supposed to do something with it. Sometimes we have gifts even if we don't want them.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it's my gift, but I do want to say it at the same time.
I got you.
So, yes, I think that's what started my journey. And then I worked on the book for a while, but I kept putting it down. But I had my own clouds, and I had to come out of those clouds, and it just was inspiring. I had my baby. Like, I needed to find a way to reach kids, like in a way that no one wants to always be in a formal setting. So I'm thinking, like, how can I creatively reach smaller kids? And that's when the children's book class and that kind of combined. And then you had the birth of Kenzo Lorenzo.
I could see this being in all the libraries around the school. And especially, like I say, you talk about mental health. I think it's definitely something that we all should talk about. It shouldn't be that undercover that nobody really addresses. But obviously, this is a new book, and you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. So are we going to get kind of a continuation of Kenzo Lorenzo Defeats the Dark Cloud?
Absolutely. So I want to continue and just have it as a whole series. There's so many different things as far as the mental health that we have to cover. Not just bullying, but we have anxiety, just overall. Sometimes depression comes from nothing.
Right.
We have to talk about that. We have so much to cover. So yes, there will be much more to come.
And what do you expect for the readers to get once they read this book? Like, what type of message do you expect for them to get?
So I wanted it to be a conversation starter, for one, like between caregiver and child, and since so much happened. But that's what initially I wanted to be, a conversation starter, like lots of whys, asking the right questions. But I also want the reader to understand that there's always going to be someone that don't like something about you. There's how many people in the world? Not everyone's going to like you, and that is okay. Yeah. You have to get to a point where you like you. Every time you look in the mirror, you like what you see. Right, Kenzo? But you want to like what you see when you look in a mirror. It doesn't matter if the next person don't. That's just their perception of you. As long as you wake up every day. If you don't like things about you, change it. Yeah. That's okay. That's but you're living for yourself, so you have to like what you see.
Man, we got Penny Mitchell, author of the brand new book, Kenzo Lorenzo Defeats the Dark Cloud, along with her daughter, Miss Kinsley J, which we're going to talk to in a few minutes. But I do want to find out, if people want to get this book, how can they go about getting it?
I am on Amazon, so you can go just type in Kenzo Lorenzo Defeats the Dark Cloud on Amazon, and also on my website, Penny Mitchell. That's PennieMitchell.com.
So make sure you guys get the book. It's definitely for everybody. Kenzo Lorenzo Defeats the Dark Cloud. So we've got Kinsley here. You want to say hello to the people out there, Kinsley?
Hello.
Good. All right, she did it. Now, I'm going to get you next time. I'm going to get you on the radio show, and we're going to do a whole show together. I'll talk about all your favorite music and all your favorite food. Like, I'm sure you like pizza and probably chicken tenders, and you like things like that. That's what I'm talking about. So we can hang out. So again, Penny, I just want to thank you for coming by. I wanted to make sure people knew about the book and that it is out there and it's available. Again, it's called Kenzo Lorenzo Defeats the Dark Cloud. And I know you got so many other things you're going to be working on. When you were telling me about the story, I'm just kind of visualizing a cartoon.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just look, I'm definitely wanting a cartoon.
There you go. I mean,
you just spoke it into existence for me.
It's coming. We need more positivity.
I accept that.
And looking forward to it. So definitely thank you again so much for stopping in.
Thank you for having us.
And Kinsley, thank you for coming and hanging out with me too. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right. Y'all stick around. We've got more music coming up for you next right here on the big station. We are Magic 102.5 and KTCX.com.